Hi there, I'm Mark Simpson and I'm going to be showing you today how to turn this Astrid prime focus case into an Astrid Dob case. Okay, so first thing we need to do is unscrew the old case. I'm just going to do that. This is the last screw. Okay, so now we can remove the screws, but before we can remove the sensor from the case, we need to unscrew the lens here. Actually, first thing we'll do is we'll just, we'll unscrew the lens first. So just unscrew the lens like that, okay? We don't want to get any junk on the sensor if we can avoid it. So I'm just going to remove that and put that back on. Okay, and that now gives us access to the front of the board. So I'm going to pull this single lead off here. Just a single lead just on there, which I'm going to pull off and remove. And you might need a tool for that, or you might be able to just pull it off like I just did there, just depends how tight it is. And then we're just going to pull this little clip back here. There's like little two handles on the side. Just do that until it's open evenly, and then you can just pull the lead out. So we've now got the sensor board separated. So next thing we're going to do is go over to the case. I'm just going to carefully rotate this to pull this off, this piece off. We just want that. It's just the way they ship, so we know we've got all the pieces together. This one you'll notice has got a yellow ring in. I'll go into that later, and then take these two off as well. Okay, and that gets us down to here, and there's 4 screws. The 4 we're interested in right now. In fact, well, just to take them all off. Just save them for later. There you go. And some are small screws, and some are large screws. So just take a note of which is which. The small screws go in the top of the case there. The advantage of the Dob holder is that it will actually fit in a 2-inch focuser. If you have a 1.25-inch focuser, then it's not going to fit. So it only fits in a 2-inch focuser. So typically that tends to be larger Dobs, or Dobs you've added a 2-inch focuser to. And then we're just going to undo these 3. So there's 3 on this side. We're just going to undo these. Now these are actually quite tight in there because they had to be self-tapping. So we'll just remove those. That's one. There you go, you can see those ones longer. And the last one. Be very careful when you're disassembling it. You've got to be careful of these pins here. They're quite easy to break. Okay, so these pins here you've got to be fairly careful of because you don't want those to break. So try and avoid bashing them until it's fully assembled. Okay, so we've got our 3 bolts there. Okay, so ready to go. So this circuit board needs to fit on there, okay, on these pins here. However, the problem you've got is that when they're when it's placed on the pins, if you look at the PCB, it actually protrudes just a little bit past the end of the case. And to fit in the 2-inch focuser, that needs to be filed or cut off. So by far the easiest way is you just grab a pair of aircraft shears and you just cut off the corner. Now, that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is actually use a file and just file it down. Make sure when you're cutting it that you're filing it at 45 degrees. And you don't want to get to the semicircle part. You just want to take off the edge. The reason being that if you ever want to put it back in the original holder, you're going to want something that the screw can still grab. So you just want to go just a little bit in there, just to take the corners off. So I'm going to use aircraft shears for this one. Very important when you're filing as well that you have this cap on, because you really don't want dust to get into the sensor. There you go. So we're just going to do that. There you can see, so I've still got a bit of a corner such that the screw won't, so you've still got a bit of the circle so the screw won't come out and it will hold in there. So I'm just going to do the other three. And if you are filing this stuff, just bear in mind that circuit boards are made with fiberglass epoxy, so you got to be careful not to get it into your lungs, obviously. So just damp down the dust. Wear a mask if you're ferocious with your file. So I'm just going to file the edges off here just to make it smooth, so I don't make anything too sharp. Okay, that's done. Now I'm just going to use the puffer just to blow off the any dust that might be around still. We don't want it getting into the sensor later when we the thing up. Okay, so now when we put this on, I've got to be cognizant that there's a gap there for the cable to go. So we're going to hook our cable up. So let's put that. So first of all, we need to push it through the case. Okay, so put it into the case, and then we're going to pull the little clip back. And make sure the clip's staying open while you're pushing the cable in. If you don't have the clip open, you're not going to get the cable in squarely. So that can be a bit fiddly, this bit, but you want to make sure the cable's fully seated and that it's square. Okay, and then just hold it while you push the clip down. There you go. So that's now clipped in. And then don't forget to put the single wire in, which is our framing pulse. So I'm going to put this in from this side, like so. There you go, that's in there now. Okay, so now we need to put it in the case. So make sure this case, so there's a gap there. You must make sure the cable is positioned so it fits in that gap. Okay, so this one needs to go in this orientation. And we've got to figure out a place for the wire, so I'm just going to bring the wire around there. There you go. Yeah, bring that wire around in the gap there. If you're having problems with the cable, you may need to bend it a little. There you go, once you've got it lined up, you can push that gently down again. Try and avoid breaking the pins. If it's not going down too easily, sometimes there might be a little bit of extra material on the board, which again you can just file off. If you just file it off straight, if you've got a bit of extra material on, you can prevent that being an issue. So And just go gently, we don't want to bust those pins. Okay, that's in there now. Okay, so now we're ready for the next bit, which is, so we're going to unscrew this just temporarily. We're going to put that on, this piece on, okay, just like so. And then we're going to screw that back on so we don't get dust in there. Okay, and then we're going to rotate this so the 3 holes line up before we put the screws in. So it looks to be there. And then we're just going to get the screws, put those in. There you go. Last one. Okay, there's 3 ready to go. And you can see the PCB just rests on top of those pins. It doesn't go all the way down, so don't try and force it. Okay, so next thing we need to do is sort out the cable in this end. So the way these cables work is you can pull back the sheath on there, and it will you can get it to the size you want. I'm just going to pull back the sheath a bit. So next we need the top, and this just slots it in there. So all we're going to do is just push that through. Okay. And that's now in place. And then just find an orientation that works and doesn't put too much strain on the cable. And then put the top screws in. There you go, that's the case assembled. So the next stage is the rings. So you have a few rings of different sizes, and that enables you to put a stop on the focuser. So this part fits in the 2-inch focuser. But for example, you know, depending where your focal point is on your Dob, and that might take a bit of experimentation, then you're going to want to use these rings just so you can, you know, next time you come to use your Astrid, you can just throw the unit in there and you're ready to go, right? And then that will create a stop so that it can't go any further down into the focuser. So you can kind of use this to impact where your camera drops to in your focuser. And because you've got 3 rings, you can make various sizes. So you could say do that for that distance, or you could say do that for that distance. You've got 3 rings, you can make a variety, and it should cover all situations. However, what you're going to need to do is there's a little ring here. So if, for instance, say I use these 2 rings here, then I'd need to take this plastic ring out. So the last one should have this yellow ring in. Okay, so if I was going to put that one and then that one, or the other way around rather, then just push the ring into that little slot there. Like that, just make sure it's fully in there. And then you can just slot this guy on. Now on this one I might actually need to file the circuit board a little bit more. I might not have quite filed it enough, so I just take the case off and file that down a bit better so it fits in the corner. But you can kind of get the idea. This just slots over the top, and then the final yellow ring goes on top of that to keep that one in place, and it gives it a little bit more grip so it doesn't slide off on you. And yeah, and that's it. That's how you assemble the Dob case. Thank you for listening.